And we're live for, I think, like 45 minutes until my second stream on my private Facebook page. So I want to talk to you guys about what I've been researching over the last couple days based on my Facebook private keto course Facebook group. It's been quite interesting. I have a lot of people trying to do keto carnivore. I guess that term has already been coined, but there is actually a version where you guys are going to eat high fat. So I'm going to talk about some other things we got. And Candida, what's up, everyone? What's up, Gary? Yes, hi, everyone. So, here's a mason jar, and I bought beef heart, like 3 pounds of it, and then I bought is it sirloin? Hey, Lulu Lime Designs. What's up, baby cakes? Or baby lambs. What's up, Martin? Okay, so here is, you guys, as you guys are chiming in the chat, here is some, I showed this on my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic. You guys follow me on Instagram. So, on the stories, talked about this more. So here I bought some, because this was super fresh, some beef sirloin, flat meat because it's soft. So I'm going to put this in the jar. Stuff is expensive. What's up? And then I have got me some, hold on, wait for it. I got some beef heart here. So here is the beef heart. So you see right here is a beef heart. So it's quite a lot. So I'm going to put some of it in the mason jar, and I'll explain that. I'm going to cook some of it, and then I'm going to eat some of it raw. Yes, so let's talk about this. But I don't think I'll go fully raw. No. So, okay, I'm going to put this stuff back. You guys are chiming in, just finished looking at your schedule. Yes, Cassandra. What's today's topic? It's leaky gut, candida, parasites, and poor immune system function, autoimmunity, and trying to keto adapt. Okay, I've been kind of talking about this the last couple of videos, so let me put this away, right? Because I don't want this to be out right now. So, or let me explain. So, I'm not jumping on the carnivore train, but I definitely, because I'm not doing the paleo, because I'm still going to be doing cooked, slightly cooked, but way less than I used to. But I'm going to try to make the high meat out of the beef heart and the sirloin, the flat sirloin, because they said that this was the softest cut of beef. So I was trying to research it. Now my friend knows this chick who's been doing this, like high meat, which is putrefied, rotten meat. She's been doing it for years, apparently. And he was trying to link me up with her, but she's MIA. So then I went down the rabbit hole. What I wanted to know was, I know that you put it in a mason jar, so I'm going to explain some of the things that I read that I couldn't just find on one person's platform. So, glass mason jar with a tight lid, right? And I'm going to put this in here with some beef heart as well, and to make this high meat. And what I'm going to do is, or what you're supposed to do is, you could do it every day, every other day, and every 2 days or every 3 days. Open this. I will do this outside. Oh, I will use cheesecloth to cover the top with a rubber band, right? Because we don't want any flies to fly in there and lay some eggs, right? What's up, everyone? Like up the chat. Yeah, raw, Chris, you heard right. Like, I'm late on the scene on this topic. Like, I'm not new, but for people who follow me, they might want to hear my opinions on the carnivore diet, raw, paleo, putrefied meats, and I'll explain why I'm even bothering with any of this stuff. So you put a cheesecloth over the top, so you put the meat, you put the nice, fresh, pastured beef in here, right? Close it, put it in the refrigerator, You can do it, like I said, every day, every other day, or every 3 days. And let it sit out with the cheesecloth over the top so it can breathe and no flies can get in. And let it sit out for 10 minutes. But here's the thing, y'all. I want to take the lid and also put that in a plastic bag. Don't have it sitting out, because if you have it sitting out, flies are going to come and lay their little larvae on the top, and then you're going to get some larvae in there. Okay, I'll explain about feeling weak on keto in a minute. That's really old, but like that's not new for me. Easy to explain. So then I will also cover this in a plastic bag in the refrigerator. So, and I will also take that cheesecloth and seal it in a plastic bag as well. So no larvae, no bugs get into this. Now I'm going to explain why I'm talking about high meat, because it has everything to do with candida and everything to do with autoimmunity and everything to do with leaky gut. But now let me put this stuff back. Oh, hold on, before I put it back. Now I've been, like, the only dairy that I've been suggesting on keto is butter, because butter has very little whey in casein. The reason why I came to this discovery is not having people do casein is because a lot of people are sensitive to it, and people are having problems with blood sugar on casein. So I found, well, I live in Cali, so I can get raw milk and raw butter and raw kefir. But I'm talking about how to heal your autoimmunity. So I'm super lactose intolerant. I didn't want to do the raw milk, A2 cow, pastured raw milk. This is kefir. As you guys can see, this is kefir. From the white and brown cows, which are A2 and not the black and white, because the black and white cows are just mistakes, man-made Frankenstein cows that make you sick. So I'm going to try, but I've tried the kefir, right? The raw kefir, and I'm super lactose intolerant. I even purchased like enzymes to help you digest lactose, and I didn't need it at all. And I mean, before, years ago, when I drank milk, if I had a drop of milk, I'd bloat up. So I've had no problems on this kefir raw milk, and it's not pasteurized. It's 100% raw. It hasn't been cooked, because apparently there's kefir that's called raw pasteurized. I don't know how it can be raw. If it's raw, then it's cooked. I've been reading that kefir and sauerkraut are high histamine. They're super high histamine, and I don't have a histamine problem. So that's why I'm very careful with you guys on talking about the sauerkraut and the kefir. So I'm going to put it back and talk more about the gut. So hold on a minute, y'all. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so I do have sauerkraut, which I also do not prescribe to my clients very often. But the fermentation process of all these other sauerkraut brands that you see in like Whole Foods are not very good. They're not fermented very well. But this is a very notable company. I don't like to talk about company names, but this company called Brassica and Brine, they're so amazing, this one, right? So look at that screenshot. A lot of people will, how you know you have a problem with this is that you take a bite of it and you blow up and you feel horrible. Otherwise you would just take, what's up, Deborah? My mod's in the house. Feel really, really good. They got my mod in my house. So for myself, I never had issues, histamine issues, seasonal allergies, no thyroid, no leaky gut, just candida, the symptoms of candida, but not the symptoms of the typical leaky gut or the small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So luckily I can experiment on all this kind of stuff, but I'm very, very careful with the rest of y'all. Okay, so like I said, so this is a really great fermented sauerkraut, and you don't need a lot, you guys. All you need is a couple bites, especially the juice is loaded in bacteria to help the gut. So I'm going to put this away, and let's talk about keto, carnivore, the gut, the sauerkraut, the kefir, the problems of people not adapting. And then at 4 o'clock, I got to go to another live stream on my private keto Facebook group. Deborah, can you do me a favor and go to the group and tell them that I'm going to go live at 10 minutes after 4 o'clock? Can you post that on the wall? That would be... Okay, let me put this back, you guys. I got my last one, right? Let me show you two more. You guys know I like to talk about the loracetin since I'm talking about the gut a lot. So here's loracetin. Boop, screenshot. Boom. That's what's up. This stuff is very effective, but it doesn't break down biofilms. And then we've got, this is another favorite of mine, which is oregano oil or oil of oregano. Focus. Phone. Sirens outside. Okay. So thank you. Yeah, you guys, we got 71 people in the house and only 28 likes. Can we get the like ratio going, you guys, for those who forgot? And for those who don't know how to like, I think somebody can explain how you like the broadcast. The Keto Facebook page is well worth it. Yes, definitely, Lee. Okay. Now, this stuff, for y'all who have got histamine issues, the oil of oregano is gnarly. A lot of you have a really bad reaction to it, like almost an allergy reaction. For those who, like, this stuff is the best. You take coconut oil and you take oregano oil and take just a couple drops and you do oil pulling. So for those who've got the keto breath, or for those who are starting like to get a cold, an infection, anything, an abscess in your tooth, like this mixed with coconut oil and swish it around. To subscribe to her Facebook page, go to her website, stephanieperson.com. Thank you, Deborah. So oregano oil is really great to use for pulling. So it helps you get it sublingual under the tongue. It'll go into the bloodstream, start to kill off pathogens. And also if you've got any dental issues, this stuff, I mean, I can't even speak more highly of oregano oil or oil of oregano. There you go. There. And loracetin is amazing for all you guys who are having candida rashes. And if you don't, please don't take the recommended dose because it's like 30 beads. It's too many. As you guys can see, it comes in little white beads. And there's like a scoop. And I'm like, it is unnecessary for people to do this much per meal. That's just ridiculous. That's way too many. All you need is about 7 beads. Good to go. It'll help. You'll start to see that candida rash, or you guys who've got just rashes in general, subside. Now, let's talk about this high meat thing. That's what I really want to talk about. All right. So, I want to try high meat because I have been reading, you guys know I'm writing this keto book, and I have been researching how to break down biofilms. And you can't just take a supplement or fluconazole, these antifungals that just it doesn't work. And we know that antibiotics just make things worse. So, you can take loracetin, you can take oil of oregano, you can take caprylic acid and grapeseed extract and garlic. It's not going to get rid of your candida, which is probably catering to your leaky gut. So let me explain the two a little bit. A lot of you guys have been taking like pharmaceutical medications which drill the holes in your gut wall, the small intestine. Also, no, is it Biocid? It sounds like it still could be Manalorn. Also, you guys, this turpentine, this coming from the sap from a tree, I believe that it is. This also does not kill candida. These things don't kill candida. They keep it at bay, right? They keep it at bay, but it doesn't kill the biofilms that candida is protected by. It just doesn't. And everything caters to the destruction of our good bacteria. Amalgam fillings, dental work, birth control pills, alcohol, caffeine, processed foods clearly with preservatives and all the chemicals or screw up the gut. And the big one is antibiotics and wheat, and these things drill holes in the gut wall. Then you guys become sensitive to the whey and casein because now you have a dysbiotic gut, and then the dairy starts drilling the holes in the gut wall, and then other plants, all the plants with anti-nutrients start drilling the holes in the gut wall, and you guys start to get sick. You look puffy and rashy and headachy and joints hurt and numb fingers and numb legs and tinnitus and your balance is off and you get headaches and you have migraines. You guys can't sleep. You have anxiety. You have sleep apnea. I mean, should we go on? Like, this is the normal stuff people have, y'all. Okay? Men have low testosterone. Women have estrogen dominance. People have loose stool, pale stool, floating stool, itchy butt, like around the nuts, like fingertips, white tongue, freaking toe fungus. Women have got chronic yeast infections. People have got all types of like itises, diverticulitis, and they've got Crohn's and irritable bowel syndrome, and they've got like Raynaud's. They've got so many stupid things: thyroid, hypoglycemia, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, fibromyalgia, like the list goes on and on and on. And with all my research, I'm realizing that all of this stuff is about right here. All of it. All of it. Okay? That's it. It's all right here. So people are like, well, keto fix my rheumatoid arthritis, my osteoarthritis. Will it fix my like hair falling out, or men who have male pattern baldness? Will it fix my high blood pressure? I hear these questions all day, every day on keto. And I'm like, well, it will help with a lot of things. Like if you're cutting out all your processed foods and you're eating whole foods that are ketogenic, then yes, it's amazing, you know, but it may not fix the problem. It may fix the problem in some people. Hey everyone, I'm new here, so I'm obvious to the page is the name, self-explanatory. She doesn't eat carbs at all, only eats meat. No, I eat carbs all the time. What you talking about? I eat vegetable carbs. I eat cruciferous vegetables. I'm not strict carnivore at all. But I would like to talk about the carnivore diet in conjunction to keto for those who have one of those things that I just listed, right? The skin issues, the acne, the psoriasis, the eczema, the rashes that you can't explain, the dandruff, the bad breath, the vaginosis, the freaking halitosis. To like the chat, collapse the chat window, you guys, hit the thumbs up, then reopen the chat window to watch the broadcast. That's how you like up the stream. So you guys, let's try to get the like ratio up. So what I'm realizing is the only way you guys are going to completely heal a lot of this autoimmunity, keto going to take you almost there, right? But what's really going to take you there? Thank you, Juliette Marie. Thank you so much for the 20. And she writes, I would pay much more for this information. Thank you for providing it for free to all of us. Thank you so much, Juliette, for contributing to the super chat and showing your appreciation for how hard I'm trying to work. Because I ran home and I'm going to do 2 streams back to back. So thank you so much, Juliette Marie. What's up, Jackie? So, all the research, I've been cramming my brain this week, and I'm so glad that my book did not come out as it was supposed to earlier, because now I have more data. I'm so grateful for this. So everything's right here, right? Everything is right here, you guys. We keep talking about, let's take some lemon to detox the liver with the plant pectins and the apple cider vinegar. Let's, use turmeric, and let's take fish oils. All these things are fabulous, right? But really eating fatty fish is better. Right? Fatty fish. And really eating high quality foods is a lot better than all the supplementation, right? But let's talk about the gut. So most of us have obliterated guts, like a bomb exploded and got rid of anything that's friendly. That will, like all those lists of issues I listed, have everything to do with right here, all of it. aches, pains, you're always sore post-workout, you gout, right, in your foot, like wounds that won't heal, women that bruise too easily, friggin' people who are anemic, like you name it, the friggin' endometriosis and the fibroids, and all of this has everything to do with right here. All of it. Y'all women have had your uteruses removed because of stupid doctors, and people have had their gallbladder removed. She's like, yes, I'm Trinidadian. Okay. So, is anybody, I think you're the only one, Beryl, that's having issues with the chat. What are you having issues with? Healing the gut help build muscle. Yes, so healing the gut will put your body back in balance. So when you're, like, basically the reason why you guys have health issues is because you have inflammation everywhere. And the body just is like, whoa, there's another fire, and there's another fire. It's like California is always breaking out with fires. And when one gets burnt out, taken out, like the fire taken out, then a new one springs up. So that's why when I go to the gym, I see people, they're like exhausted, they have to take pre-workouts, they're talking about taking creatine, they're talking about amino acids for recovery, and I'm like, y'all don't, and, all these stupid products, and people don't get down to the baseline of what's going on with their health. And everyone has issues. All of these people in LA, all the models, all of the fitness competitors, all of the actors that I know, all have health issues. All of them. All of them. Looks are deceiving, you guys. You guys don't have the eyeball for true health. I can spot problems a mile away. Y'all can't. So you look at these people and they're shredded and they're like, they're healthy. No, they're not healthy. No, they're not healthy. Look at the color of their tongue. Look at the whites of their eyes, right? Look at the ridges of their nails. These things matter. Look at their skin quality. Look at the pores on their skin. Look at the broken vessels around their nose. Look to see if they've got dandruff. A lot of guys who shave their head, there's like red blotches up into their scalp. I see all of it. All the back acne at the gym, I see all of it, you guys. The dark circles under the eyes, all of these things I can see on people who are supposedly healthy. I can see when the hair gets too dried out for these women who've got like thyroid issues, and it's just, their hair is just dried out, whatever. I can see women going through perimenopause, full-on menopause. I can see andropause on men. And it really comes down to this. So if you can protect this, then you can protect because they all work together, right? Circadian rhythm, sleeping well, deep REM sleep, breathing right, having a straight spine and proper posture and a strong core. All of this has something to do with fixing the gut. So now, the reason why I talk about high meat is because I'm starting to think with all my research that is the best way for people who cannot tolerate dairy, that can't tolerate the kefir or the raw milk or the casein, whey and casein in milk. What's up, Jason? I'm starting to think that the best way to fight these infections is with the right bacteria, and these probiotics. Thank you, RTY Pepe. Thank you so much for donating a 10 to the chat. And it says, I appreciate that even an expert, hold on, you are still doing research and learning even more about our bodies. Some so-called experts think they know everything. And that's the thing. Like, if you think you know, like I was listening to an expert who I've loved for years talk about being in ketosis at 0.5 ketones. And I was like, bro, you're not ketotic at 0.5. You still feel tired. You have no power. There's no juice in the engine to drive fast. So a lot of the concepts are wrong. People are using bouillon cubes for their electrolytes, and that has MSG in it. Like, some of the experts don't think. I see experts eating like nightshades and all these anti-nutrient high foods on their Instagram and drinking bulletproof garbage coffee. Like, I see this stuff all the time, and I think that if we're going to address our health problems, the list of problems I mentioned in the earlier part of the video, let's talk about the gut. So I think one of the biggest problems there are two problems I see with the gut. Number one, or three. Number 1, candida. And number 2, histamine intolerance. And number 3 is people getting colds and flus all the friggin' time. And they'll say, oh, it's my allergies. I'm like, it's not your allergies. You're sick again. I don't know how many people use allergies as the excuse. So I'll talk about stopping sugar cravings in a minute. So I believe that the way to heal, because so many people say, Steph, talk about leaky gut. So you guys know you can have problems with the small intestine and blah, 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 and the large intestine that goes around the small intestine and carries the rest of everything, and you poop it out. The small intestine is where you absorb the food from your stomach into the bloodstream so it can be utilized as things to fix cells and give you energy. So, what time is it? Okay, gotta look at the time because I have another live stream I have to do on my Keto course page where there you guys, I do mini consultation split screen. So for those who are interested in joining my Keto course, it's a Facebook, but you can only sign up through my website. You can't just go to the Facebook because you can't get let on unless you sign up. No bulletproof, it's such garbage, this bulletproof coffee stuff. Like the roasting process, it kills most of the antioxidants. And then there's like glyphosate and all this. There's a million problems with it, but I digress. Here's the thing. It's Stephanie Person, like a person.com. StephaniePerson.com. That's the website. All right. So, like I said in the beginning, when I was trying to look up all the stuff about high meat, it's like disjointed information. Let's get it clear. You can use all types of animal meat. Now, I've never done this before, so it seems as though you can use like pork and beef and chicken, fish, but I'm going to use beef because that seems to be the main type of animal that people are using as cows. Pastured, healthy, pastured, grass-fed beef, and I'm going to put it in this mason jar, and every couple of days I'm going to open it up outside, let it sit with cheesecloth over the top. I'll put the cap in a plastic bag, which none of this is explained, so that bacteria can come in and start to collect on the meat, and so it'll ferment, essentially. So it starts to be pre-digested, so when you guys eat this, right, because we don't want any larvae or any eggs on the meat, that's why you have to be very, very careful with it, then that bacteria that's growing on the meat will help repopulate the gut, right? And it's like we are designed to eat meat. So this is a way that a lot of people with histamine intolerance and arthritis and fibromyalgia, and if they've got issues with plant source foods, or even dairy as their probiotic, they can do high meat. It's called high meat because people get high on it supposedly, and then you can start trying to munch on this stuff 2 to 3 months out, but people really like to let it ferment for a whole year, and then you take bites of it each day to help repopulate the gut. And I believe, I haven't tried it yet, I'm going to try it, I believe this is the way that I will combat candida. Now, my candida is really low, but I do a million things to keep it low, right? I do keto, and also to help the gut strength. I do diaphragmatic breathing. I sleep well. I take lauricidin, but I want the biofilms to be broken down, and I want competing really good bacteria, because I've had enough antibiotics in my lifetime. I've had knee surgeries where they give you antibiotics. You know, I was tested false positive for Lyme's disease, so I got blasted with antibiotics for 2 months. And I want to help repopulate the gut, and those probiotics, like, no. A lot of the probiotics in pill form get killed off by the time they hit your stomach acid. So that's why I want to do the high meat. All right, I'm going to talk about this really, really quick. A lot of you guys are not adapting because you have unstable blood sugar. And your ketones are crap. Now, it could be because of your macros. That's a big contribution to that. Also, overwork, or overtraining, stressing out. But the big one is not addressing the gut. I think this is the reason why a lot of you guys are having unstable blood sugar. You're having reactive hypoglycemia that you cannot fix. I don't know how many people on my course page like, Stephanie, I think I'm going to give up keto because my blood sugar is just running high, low, no matter what I do. Now I'm like, well, you haven't done everything, that's for sure. But I think a part of it is that these people are having a gut dysbiosis, We got 124 people in the house. Can we like up this stream, guys? We only have 74 likes. What's going on? What's going on? I'm standing on my fracked up knee, trying my hardest to get the information out to you guys. No, I don't know what, no. Not eating carbs does not lower testosterone. Drinking coffee and alcohol and processed foods, actually carbs are the ones that give you low testosterone because nobody eats the timing of their carbohydrates in the right way. Too much glucose creates glycation or advanced glycation, which is the destruction of the cell, the protein lining of each cell. So you have that problem, right? And then you have the insulin, and then the insulin begins to stack up and also begins to damage cells. And then your blood sugar is never stable because you eat this many carbs, and your body shoots up this much insulin, then your blood sugar drops, and then the glucagon's got to work really hard to bring it back up to homeostasis, and over years, it doesn't balance anymore. That drops your testosterone. That's the reason why people are doing the carnivore diet with absolute success, because they're trying to fix their gut. They're trying to heal their gut, right? You have to eat really, now, don't get it twisted. Some people on the carnivore diet with all these videos and testimonials. Some people are like, I feel a lot better, I produce stool or I this or that, but my energy isn't powerful anymore. And I'm like, that's because you guys don't have your fats high enough. So I suggest, and I'm doing an experiment with the people on my course page, so I'm not the expert on this yet, but I will be soon, that I'm having my clients on the course page still eat the over 200 grams of fat, right, from healthy animals, fat, and drop out all the plant source foods. This is for the people who've got histamine intolerance. This is not for people who can tolerate the anti-nutrients in plants. Now, I was also reading this article about certain bacteria that helps you metabolize, and I spoke about this in another live stream, certain bacteria that will help you metabolize certain anti-nutrients like oxalates. So let's say I can eat bags and bags and bags of spinach and I'm fine. Somebody else eats a handful of them and they feel sick. So potentially this person doesn't have the oxalobacter bacteria to help break down, or not break down, but metabolize the oxalate in plants, which is why I think that's also catering to the malabsorption, or people are nutrient deficient and they run towards the supplements. And what all these vegans don't realize is that if you have leaky gut, a lot of the supplementation goes out into your urine. You're not able to absorb these things. Plus, a lot of them are chemically processed, so you want to get your nutrition from food. And when you're dealing with things like organ meats and some of the fattier cuts of meat like ribeye and pork belly, like the fattiest parts of the animal, you're getting the fat soluble vitamins that you're not getting in plant source foods, and also with the K2 and the B12 and a lot of the B complex that are not high in these foods, and hemoglobin and things of this nature. Now, when I was younger, I had really, really heavy periods, and so I remember the doctors were like, oh, you should eat blood pudding. Now, at that time, they would mix wheat with blood pudding, and it looks like meatloaf. But that was the only way I can get my hemoglobin levels up, because those supplements at that time were so bad for your liver, which you guys don't realize. Oh, thank you, Lulu Line Design. She gives so much gratitude. Thank you, Lulu. You are always spending your paychecks on me. Just make sure you take care of you first. Okay, so I'm gonna start reading some of your comments and questions. Let's do the dang thing, y'all. I gotta remember to drink water because I'm always dehydrated from over talking. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here. Let's see here. The beta cells produce insulin, so if they are overproducing, blood sugar will be what? If they're overproducing, blood sugar will be low. Underproduction would lead to hypoglycemia, and they think it's the diet, but it's an endocrine issue. Now, Trini, it's not that the body's, not only that it's like overproducing insulin, the insulin, right, is not, the signal from insulin into the insulin receptors is not working. That's the problem. So a lot of people have, the receptors are not letting in glucose, and people begin to develop high blood sugar, and then the pancreas releases more bolus amounts of insulin and then it drops it too low, and then you have an instability with the insulin to glucagon dance, symbiotic dance. Okay, hi Stephanie, let me see, what can I take instead of antibiotics? I would say, I would do an oil pool with the oregano oil for something immediate. Oil pooling with a couple drops of oregano. It's really hot. Make sure you don't have a histamine intolerance to oregano oil and coconut oil. Let me see. Should someone with low stomach acid eat high meats? Like I said, I'm not a professional at this. Hey, A. Manzella, thank you so much for the 4. Thank you so much for donating to the super chat. So I wouldn't say that things are going to fix your low stomach acid, because also connecting to the circadian rhythm and breathing properly and getting rid of all the things that drop your HCl levels, which is like, not eating enough protein, because that's why we have HCl. That's why we have stomach acid, is to digest protein. And so when your stomach acids drop due to not enough animal sources of food, so if you start, some people who just start eating more meat and more red meats, their HCl levels, some of them, it begins to normalize with all the other things that you have to do. Another day in paradise. What's up, William? Okay, can we ferment pig's leg Italian style? There's a lot of mold on the pork in this process. So, Manzella, I don't know. I'm not an expert at this. So, you guys, I'm at the very beginning of talking about the carnivore diet and how to ferment the foods. So, yeah, I'm the wrong person to ask. Sugar cravings. That's typically from a lot of, like, it could be your candida, it can be blood sugar dysregulation, or it can be low serotonin or gut dysbiosis. So eat a lot of fat, over 200 grams if you're doing keto, and it should kill the sugar cravings. I'm a kid and eat raw dairy, grass-fed meats, and sweet potatoes. What's your thought on sweet potatoes? So sweet potatoes, Dom, is not ketogenic, and this, we're keto here. So, that starch is gonna spike your blood sugar, and it's just, no. Nope. Now that'd be fine if you were paleo, right? The commercialized paleo diet, or LCHF, or low carb high fat, but that's not ketotic. So you gotta dump the sweet potatoes if you want to go full keto. And a lot of the carnivore people, I realize, are not having their fats high enough because there's no guideline for fat. They're like, eat fatty cuts of meat because it has vitamins, but then they're like, I feel better, but I don't have energy. I'm like, well, you're not ketotic, so you got to fix that, y'all. That's why I suggested keto carnivore. You're getting sensitive to cruciferous vegetables. I'm getting a bit of a goiter thing. Ooh, added some iodized sea salt. Tamara, I would suggest these, like I said, I'm not an expert at this point. I'm an expert at keto. Yo, I got that down. But when we start doing the carnivore, immersion, then I'm not. And I would recommend, if you're getting a goiter, why don't you try a keto carnivore? That's what I would do. I would cut out these vegetables. Clearly, they're blocking iodine from getting into the thyroid. No. You won't lose your strength. You see this? You see that? That's not losing strength. And I'm a 51-year-old woman. I can't, when people are like, you're going to lose strength. You don't lose strength. You must keto adapt. The problem is that people lose strength, and you see all these stupid conflicting articles that keto is not good because people aren't adapting, because they can't get rid of the cheese, and they can't get rid of the nuts, and they can't stop drinking the coffee, and they have their protein too high, and they have their fats too low, and they're using too much coconut oil and MCT oil and not real animal fat. This is the reason why people are failing on the ketogenic diet, and there's only me to go against everybody out there. No one's as strict as I am. So, 9 more likes, thumbs up to reach 100. Yes, can we get the likes up to 100, guys? I'm gonna wait here until we get them. And I've got people who are awesome, reminding everybody else to. I love it, Deborah. Deborah just, woo! She's a surgeon on the trolls. I love it. I don't understand why more people don't have moderators. Then you can just focus on answering the questions. Hi Steph, I'm a diabetic and have low blood sugar. Are you type 1 or type 2? Number 1. What? I need to know that. Okay. Have every day from 2 p.m. which is the cortisol melatonin shift on days I work. Should I drop my insulin or eat more food? Are you type 1? I would eat more food. Are you a type 1 or type 2? What? Because you didn't say you were on metformin, so you must be a type 1. How can we eat more fatty meats but only be 15%? No, you don't eat for more fatty meats. You just add fat. Like you can add lard or rendered fat from beef. Yeah, pork fat, beef tallow. You can render the fat and have it in big jars. You could have a big thing of lard or beef tallow up in here, some grass-fed butter, and have it filled up to the top. And that's how you get the 200 grams of fat in. And you just take a spoon, plop it on your food. Good to go. I should get our likes up and like 3 more people like the stream. Come on, you guys. Let's see. Happy birthday to you, Stephanie. Enjoy yourself. We share the same day. I'm 51, so you're young. Yay! Saying hi from Scotland. What is it? You don't look 51, look 30. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hooligan, Kenny. Okay, let's see here. How can I know if I have histamine intolerance? So histamine would be like, you could get like tired, allergies, colds and flus all the time, gassy, farty, freaking discharge from, there. There's a million things that show itchy, mucusy, snotty, like there's a million things. 91 blood sugar in the morning, whatever I do. Christina, you're not doing everything. Sorry, you're not. You think you are, but you're not. If I spoke to you in a consultation in 5 minutes, I'm like, you could be doing this, and they'd be like, oh, I never thought of that. So when people think they're doing everything, they never do everything. They do not do everything. So don't believe that. If you believe that, you're going to get stuck. Okay, let's see. Will I lose strength size on keto? You already said that. No, you get stronger because you're less gluconeogenic, right? You're insulin sensitive. Thank you so much, Tamara Penner. Thank you so much for donating the 10 to the super chat. Because I got another live stream after this, so thank you guys. So I'm starting to believe, because I'm reading articles about the gut and thyroid disorders. Now, thyroid is not just the gut. It's all the toxins. It can be the cruciferous vegetables, the anti-nutrients. It can be all the stress from your job, your spouse, your kids. You're not sleeping well. You have a lot of chemicals in your body. And then on top of that, you have a gut dysbiosis. And that is most likely the reason why a lot of y'all are developing thyroid issues. To handle coffee addiction, you can use the supplement. I hate supplements. DLPA or L-tyrosine. That's supposed to help. And just stop. Today's not my birthday. No. I would not be doing a live stream if it was. Trust me. By the way, someone close to gets super hypo. Someone close to me gets super hypotension. I suspect it's histamine issues, also because of allergic to dogs. Hypotension. It's more than just the dogs. It's more than just the gut. It's also the stress of life and probably this poor sleep and probably the diet. How tall? I'm 5'3". So can I gaze? Yes, I've said 5,000 times. I don't know how to do sign language, but yes, honey. What brand of dual glucose? I don't use one anymore, but people are using Mojo because it's the cheapest one with the ketones. They cost between, it depends on where you are in the world or in the country, they can cost between $25 to $48 with the strips. The ketone strips. Can you do a video on cholesterol again soon? No. I really high numbers, so concerned. Don't be concerned tomorrow. The whole cholesterol, the more I read about it, it's just a bunch of garbage. People got you scared. You have to know your triglyceride to HDL ratio, which general practitioners, GPs don't know. Okay? And then there's only 3 labs in the United States that test your LDL small particle Bs. Those are the ones you want to look at when they're really tiny and sticky. So you could have, there are high, good LDLs and high good HDLs. People keep thinking the 8 LDL is bad. There's many particle sizes to the low density lipoproteins, and some of the particle sizes we want really big so they're buoyant and can bounce their way to the inflammation with cholesterol, and HDL will carry it back to the liver to be recycled. So I'm just getting tired of this whole cholesterol garbage that we've been lied to, and people are like, saturated fats give you heart disease and garbage and baloney. Well, I don't have heart disease. Oh, well, you're a genetic anomaly. No, I'm not. We are 99.9% the same. Come on, y'all. Can't wait for my book. Me too. I'm tired of writing it. What kind of cruciferous vegetables do you eat besides broccoli, spinach? I switched chart. I've taken down my cruciferous vegetable type and amount since learning more about the carnivore diet, but I still have it. So it's anything that's very fibrous. It's cauliflower, it's cabbage, it's broccoli, it's Brussels sprouts, asparagus. These are all cruciferous, and the greens can be like spinach and kale and come on, all the other greens just went out of my mind. The thing about all the greens that my mama used to make. Let's see. Hi, Steph. My sleep rocks. First hours, then state starts stats starts to suck, but only the last 2 hours. I guess I need lower my cortisol. What? Yeah. I mean, what? You just said you had diabetes, so something's going on there, right? A big time insomnia on keto carnivore. Mona. So I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing. I don't know what your lifestyle is. I don't know how fast you chew your food. So you guys, you can't eat this protein, and you don't eat high protein on keto carnivore. It's the exact same amount with the vegetables. It's 45 to 55 grams of protein a day, but you want it super high fatty. And why you have insomnia could be due to blood sugar dysregulation. You probably weren't ketotic when you went keto carnivore, but I don't know, I'd have to do consultation or get on the keto course and I can talk to you there. But telling me that you're not sleeping well because you're doing keto carnivore, I mean, there's a million reasons why that could happen. You guys need to realize it's not like a blurb. I'm on keto carnivore and have insomnia. No, it's not that simple, right? You have a blood sugar dysregulation. Are you using a glucometer? What are your fats like? You're doing keto carnivore. What are your fats? Are you getting 200 grams of fat? Are they primarily from animal? You know what I mean? There's a lot of varying factors. Being told insomnia due to low carb. No, that's a blur. That's not true. That's not how the body works. The physiology of the body is way more complex. Because I'm on low carb and my sleep is amazing, and there's a lot of other people's sleep that are amazing because they actually make ketones. So, honey, what is it? Oh, I'm saying your name wrong. Tomasin? You need to go get a glucometer. You need to up your fats. You need to chew your food really slowly and eat the highest quality of meat if you're going to do keto. There's a million reasons why your blood sugar became unstable. That's why you develop insomnia, is because your cortisol spikes. Very low carb, sleep very well. Yeah, Cherry's like, see, that's what's up. Oh gosh. Okay, guys, I'm getting like, I've got to do another second live stream. So I'm going to stop this one. No coconut milk yogurt. No. No! Just swallow my food like Matt Stone. 5'3", 124, 25. Yeah. Go. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you. Okay, what would be the macros for low carb, non-keto to start with? About 80, probably 150 to 200 grams of fat, and then 80 to 100 carbs. If you are not ketotic, because that sucks. Because if you have a histamine intolerance, then you got to do all those carbs. My husband has a hard time sleeping on keto because he never does long enough to. Exactly. Butter, yes. If you don't have a histamine intolerance, grass-fed. I'm down 90 pounds doing keto. I hope it was no muscle, but that's awesome. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. For those, we got our likes. Those like up the stream. Let me know if you want me to return and continue to do more live streams here on YouTube. A lot of people don't know that I exist and don't realize I was one of the first people to talk about keto 10 years ago, right? 51 years of age, done keto almost 11 years. I keep getting stronger. Yes, you can build muscle on keto. I'll do that in another video. As you guys can see, you can build muscle. You get super, super lean and amazing. It's really good to balance your hormones, but you must do it the right way. It's really great for the skin and the collagen under the skin. It's amazing, amazing. Okay, guys, I think that's it. Love those live streams. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks again. Have the best rest of your day. Thank you. Tomorrow I got you mixed up with the other person with the name similar. Don't go. I know, Slick, I gotta go. Slick Rick, if you want to watch me, go sign up for my keto course because I'm about to go live there. And it's a private group that you have to sign up through my website. So I'm out. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. I think I got a nice little hat liner. Look at that. That hurts right there. Ow. Little things like pressing my forehead. All right, guys. Thank you. It's been so fabulous. Peace out. Bye, guys. Till next time. Thank you, Stephanie. Keep up the live streams. Thank you. And I'll go and figure out more stuff you guys want to talk about. I don't think I've really finished talking about leaky gut, thyroid, candida, and all that. But I'll do more later. Bye, guys. Oh, and hypoglycemia. Okay, guys. Peace out. Thank you. You're awesome, too.